back to the hills today. I'm gonna try to get back here ways. I can drive so far. I've only been back to this road on a Razor with my brother, so I'm gonna try to get a truck back to here today as far as I can. And it's on top of the hill, and all of our hiking will be downhill. We're gonna take some tools down to the future campsite for this winter. So stick around, put your seat belts on. About as far as I can drive this truck. We're gonna get turned around here, get ready to get unloaded. It's all hiked downhill from here. I got some tools and stuff to get down in there and started on this year's winter campsite. So I'm getting some post holes dug where I can anchor this thing to the ground. I want it to be pretty solid, be able to hold some weight because my tarp's pretty heavy, and I want it to be where the wind's not going to blow it away or snow's going to collapse it or anything. So that's what I'm doing now. I got all my holes dug, and then I'm going to start working on getting some posts set in them. So moving along here, posts are cut. I got them in the holes. I'm tamping them in, getting them as straight as I can. I'll come back in here in a little while and level the tops off. I got 6 points here, they're gonna be about 2 foot tall on each end. It's gonna be about 6 foot tall. There's one on each end that'll overhang. I'll have a ridge beam here for the top of the tarp, which will give me plenty of headroom. I'm gonna be about 6 feet wide, so I'm about 10 foot deep with a little bit of an overhang, about 6 feet wide inside. All these posts and ridges and everything should be covered by the tarp, help keep it from rotting. So basically, I just got to get these posts finished set. I'm gonna go ahead and run a ridge beam down both of these sides. One down that side, one down the top, one down this side, and then I'll put in a few rafters, probably just 2 or 3, and then maybe just a few smaller supports to keep the tarp from sagging in. And then, so I think it's coming along pretty good. I've been at it for a few hours, so this is how far I've gotten today. I didn't think I'd really make it this far, so that's what I got. Here's a main ridge post, one opposite end, and you can see the side ridges. So the sides of the tent are going to be about a little above knee high, and then it's going to come up to about this high where I can stand in there. So it'll be enough room. I was going to mention that all the wood I'm using on this is from the sumac family. I can't pronounce the real name of this particular sumac. I'm pretty sure they call it a tree of heaven, which it's a really invasive tree around here. So I'm just kind of clearing it out. Really, you almost can't get rid of it. It'll take over all your good natural forest growth that you want. We have a lot of poplar and stuff here, but I think it's actually from China, another invasive thing from there. So if I can get to where I can pronounce the name of it other than Tree of Heaven, I'll let you know. But so far. I just caught sumac. These things actually got pretty huge. They were about 40 some feet tall. There's a bunch of them right here, a whole grove of them just taking over this area. And they actually rhizome out, so cutting them off's not going to do anything but make more. They'll rhizome up all over, and just hopefully these other hardwoods and maples and stuff. There's a lot of oaks and poplar in here. They can take over and shade the area out enough to where these sumac will just go ahead and stop trying to reach for the light. So just wanted to say that. We just had us a little MRE lunch. It was all right. You know how they are. They're great when you're starving, but I made me a cooked pot of coffee, and we used the Esbit stove to warm up the MREs. We boiled water in there, put our MRE pouches in it, warmed them up, and then I just went ahead and threw some instant coffee in there. But here's where I'm at. I got the ridge poles for top and the two sides. What I'm doing is I kind of saddling these out a little bit, somewhat, where that sits in there pretty good. Now I'm taking and drilling, augering down into that post, and I'm gonna drive my locust pegs I've been making in there, hold that steady. I think that'll be fine on them. It's not gonna go nowhere. It's all downward pressure. So I'm gonna give that a try out for a while here. Little drill works pretty good. It goes through that stuff pretty well. I think I'm gonna have to get my start on the other side and back it off and then run it on down some more, because the bit's probably only a couple inches longer than these things are supposed to have a ratchet action. This one's pretty well froze up. It's been around a while. It's pretty much that. Then I'll take this out. Go ahead and lift it out of the way. Run my hole on down a little more, and then I think I'm gonna have to run a smaller peg in first. That way I can still keep pulling it apart as I do these, so I can get deeper into that next one and be able to still lift it off. I don't want to peg it, be too tight, and not be able to lift the other end off. I'm just whittling this peg down to where it's way smaller. Just something to keep it in line as I do the other ones. I want to be able to lift it apart. But when I do put the pegs in, I want them going in pretty tight, snug, so the rest of them I'll probably leave full size, which is a little bigger than what this auger is, so hopefully it'll work out. There we go. I can still pull that apart just fine, yeah. So we'll move on down, hit the next one. And be just like that for a while. And I got a couple more ridge beams, whatever I want to call them. The other side, one down the top, and then I'll run a few rafters here. It'll be a nice little shelter. It'll be good and strong. So these locust pegs are just a little bit big to get in there, so I'm shaving them down this way. This is not too bad. They're not that far off, so a little bit of draw knife such action here. This will get me done. Get me down in there. I'm just shaving off like it's actually a 1/2 inch hole and probably a 5/8 peg, so it's not a lot, but it's too much to get to go force in there. Just shaving them down a little bit. I might leave them just a little fat at the top. My hole is twice as long as the bit because I took the log off, started over again, so I should have every bit of, close to every bit of the peg be able to go in, so I'll try that one. Starting to hit a curve there. I think I can cut that one off. It's got a weak spot in that peg right there. I'm gonna saw that off and take it the rest. Along with the building process down there, we've made a few trips, my daughter's with me, up and down this hill and back in them woods a few times now. It's pretty rough. It don't do any justice on the camera. It don't show it really very good, but it's a heck of a climb down there and around to where that campsite is. It's great going down, but coming back up, it's pretty rough. So we've had to come to the truck to grab a few things, tools and water and food and stuff we've brought along. We've been packing some things down there. We'll end up leaving down there, so we're on our way back to the truck now. We're gonna grab a few more things, and hopefully that'll be the last trip to the truck, and we'll have about everything we brought with us down there. I only bring a couple of things back, so it'll be down there for us the next weekend. Just working out a little bit tighter fit on this ridge pole, and I'll be set on it. Just have to drill the pegs in. The upper ridge pole should be finished soon. Try to get a nice snug of a fit as I can in there. Well guys, here's where we're at today. I might have to hang it up on the work, start getting stuff together and picked up and get up out of here. So I got all the heavy stuff done now. Everything's pretty secure. Everything's pegged in. Got my upper ridge pole on. That one turned out to be a poplar pole. It was laying down. It had been hit by a dozer or something, pushed it over, skinned it up a little here. I went ahead and took it out. I got everything fairly notched in well, or saddled in whatever I could do. Best I could do. But that's where we're at. I'm gonna have to work on the ground around it some. Next time I'm gonna run some rafters up off of these, get them up there, off of that one, right up there. We'll have a pitch to it then. We'll be coming from here down both sides. I may add some extra bracing or something. It's pretty sturdy, but I don't know, I just like it good and strong. The tarp I got's a pretty heavy tarp, and I think it'll shed water good. It's gonna shed snow, ice, whatever. So I've made it where I can have a little bit of an overhang. I'm gonna try to come in about here with an entry. This will just be out this area right here, like this last 2 feet will be an overhang where I can keep a bunch of firewood in there. I should have enough room for a couple people and a small barrel stove in there. So thanks for joining us, guys. That's what we got today. Go ahead and subscribe. Thanks if you have subscribed. Appreciate you coming out here with us, and it was a good day. Had a lot of fun. So better get on it. It's gonna be winter soon. So get out there and get it done. Don't forget to thank Mother Nature. See you on the next one.